Okay, so two different questions. I'll start off with like stigma. When I became a barber, I started at 18 years old, like my professional career, because I started cutting hair at 13, 14 years old at home, cutting my own hair. When I entered in, there were loads of stigmas where it used to be like timekeeping, schedule, just being unprofessional. There were just so much things around, like a bad stigma just around the bar. And to be very honest, right, let me not sugarcoat it actually. There was a bad stigma around the black barbershop. That's what it actually was. It was just kind of like, they're not professional. You know, they say they're gonna open up at 11 o'clock and they don't show up till 1 o'clock. They said, you know, I should come and get a haircut at 10 o'clock. I didn't get my haircut till 5 o'clock. And various other things, right? Attitude, rudeness. So when I got into the industry, this is actually what I was combating, because I was never that character. My natural character is I'm polite, you know, my timekeeping was always good. Just to let you know, my mum used to make us get to everywhere 2 hours early. And that's not exaggeration. No, you guys are laughing, but I'm not actually joking. I'm not even joking. My mum used to make us get everywhere 2 hours early. Like, we used to get to church before the caretaker. So we would have to set up all the chairs. This wasn't our job. So from very early, my mum was really strict about timekeeping. My mum used to wake us up every single morning at between around 5 a.m. in the morning to pray, then we can go back to sleep. My mum, this was my mum, right? So I never had that thing in me where it was kind of like, oh, you just run late. It was always like, no, you show up to places on time. That was always my thing. So when I got into the industry, and it's kind of like, I would say to people, you know, oh, you want a haircut? Yeah, come, let's say at 10 o'clock and get a haircut. And they wouldn't show up to 11 o'clock. And they'd be like, well, you probably wouldn't have been ready. And I'd be like, I was ready. I was waiting for you, you know. And I was dealing with all that kind of stuff there, especially when I was trying to become professional. Like, I was like one of the first people to have a booking system. I was one of the first black barbers to actually just do appointments, because I started doing it about 15 years ago. And it was very hard because of the culture I was coming from. People just kind of like, kept on telling me, you can't be doing that. Stop trying to be that. Stop trying to be this professional barber. Stop trying to be one of them. You're not them. Like, this is not what we do here. So I had to fight against that and just kind of persevere through, because it wasn't only the stigma from the customers I was getting, it was the stigma from barbers. Because barbers were kind of being like, you know, what are you trying to do? Like, you know, you can't do appointments. Why are you doing appointments? Why have you got a booking system? Questioning all these things there. So that was actually difficult, because when you're leading the pack, it's a lonely road. It's easy when everyone else jumps on it, because now everyone's got booking systems, and now everyone's talking about you need to open up on time and be professional and have lunch breaks and all of these things there. But when you're the first one doing it, everybody's getting at you, and it can feel lonely, and it can feel like sometimes you're just being attacked. So those were kind of like some of the stigmas I was fighting against. And I'm proud to say that, and I say this based off what a lot of other barbers have said, that I played a major role in bringing professionalism into black barbering.